Now for the Rant Wheel. You know how it works. We spin the wheel wherever it lands. That's the topic we talk about. This week on the Rant Wheel, we have whatever we want because there's actually no Rant Wheel because we're in the studio. But each of our guests has brought a topic they wanted to rant about. I hope they remember what it is because I don't even have it written on my card. So let's spin the wheel. It has landed on whatever Emily Heller suggested. Woo!
All right, so I think it's in Greece, but there are these spiders who are going to have this big sex party, and they made this big web that's like 1,000 feet long, and it's covering the entire beach. And I'm for it. I think it's great. It has that story has a lot of nouns in it that I like. Spider, sex, party, web, 1,000.
Greece.
Beach.
Beach. I hate the beach, and I'm glad that spiders ruined it for other people. And I'm glad that they did it in such a Halloween-y kind of way. And I also just think, first of all, this is how we all fuck. So I don't know why people are freaking out about it so hard. And also, I don't judge anyone for what they do. Everything about this story is great, except for the pictures. Don't look at the pictures because they're very scary.
Who knew spiders had circuit parties in Greece, too?
Yeah, who knew? Let's spin it again. It has landed on what Ira suggested.
Mine is about Bert and Ernie.
Ooh.
Sesame Street came out with a statement against a writer who had created them, saying that they weren't gay, they were just friends who wanted to teach people about friendship. And then they walked it back again, and then they walked it back. They put out another statement to try and fix how people reacted to that first statement. And I just think it's dumb. I think it's dumb for them to even comment on it. I think it was dumb for everyone on the internet to talk about how Bert and Ernie being gay meant everything for gay representation and, hanging everything about gay rights on these felt fucking puppets. I don't know. I just found the whole thing silly.
It's very silly. It was very silly of them to put out that statement. They did not need to. They could have just said nothing.
Also, to be a puppet is to have a human hand in your butt forever. Yeah. So, I don't know what sexuality that is, but it's not mine.
It's everybody.
They are also clearly gay.
It's everybody. Yeah.
They're clearly gay. Do you know how many times Ernie says faggot every episode?
And he's allowed to. I will say this. I do agree that it is all quite silly, and of course they're puppets. However, it really does bother me that Kermit and Miss Piggy have been having their I'm more foo for so many fucking years. They are clearly straight puppets. They have a sexual orientation. Miss Piggy is a ravenous lady who's got the hots.
Cardi B
Kermit
is practically playing as Piggy Pussy Pops all over Sesame Street.
Yeah.
She is constantly jumping on every man in sight.
We don't have time for it this episode, but I have a whole theory about Muppet astrology.
I know you do.
Yeah.
I know you do, and we do not have time.
No.
But
which one's a Leo?
We'll talk about it offline.
So
all right.
It's actually it's chilling, and it is quite good. But look, as Erin and I have discussed previously, I am a Miss Piggy in the scene with Joan Rivers getting the makeup on. That's who I am. That's what I am.
I
deep
analyzed
inside.
it in a van on the way to a show in Boston.
It was exactly what I am. However, so Miss Piggy has a sexual orientation. Kermit has a sexual orientation. They're just puppets are either straight or they're nothing. And I feel like that sucks. That's all. It does bother me.
I think Elmo is killing all those celebrities who visit him.
Let's spin it again. It has landed on whatever Erin suggested.
I suggested sleeves. I'm a
Sleeves?
Welcome to LA.
You might notice I'm not wearing sleeves. I'm not talking about the concept of sleeves. I'm talking specifically about sleeves in women's fashion. This is something I first clocked a few years ago. I was like, wow, sleeves are getting a little crazy. Because every time I would go to a store, I noticed that there was we're putting a ruffle on the wrist. Or now it's a little big. When I first noticed it, I was like, okay, this is a trend that nobody's going to buy into. And then what's going to happen is that people who make clothes are going to be like, oh, no one's buying it. We abandon it. What has happened is that designers have doubled down. If you try to buy a women's top right now, it looks like you're fucking Anne Shirley in your puffed sleeves, and it's the Green Gables, and there's no regular clothing to be bought. And I actually did some research into this, and the last time sleeves got enormous and crazy was like during the Andrew Jackson administration, because there was a ton of like weird global upheaval. Anyway,
Are you forgetting the 80s? What are you?
No, I mean like that was like the 80s were sort of a rehash of that. This is like a sort of like, and also the 80s were crazy too, man. Like Ronald Reagan was crazy. This is crazy. So anyway,
Aaron Manuel Miranda over here.
We didn't start the fire.
Tell us more about Andrew Jackson.
Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm gonna rap about it, and you're gonna hate yourself so much for asking. You're gonna be like, I made Aaron rap about it. No, sleeves can go. Sleeves can fuck themselves. I'm not gonna buy a shirt unless it has normal ass sleeves or no sleeves. The end.
Let's spin it again. It has landed on the topic I want to rant about. Shut up. And that topic is Ted Cruz sending out mailers to people that look like summonses to fool old people into donating money to his campaign. And it sucks. There was a report that came out that said we're approaching the point at which half of all calls are fake. Like half of all phone calls people are getting on their cell phones are scams. And it is so despicable. Like, Ted Cruz is running the smallest and most despicable little campaign against Beto O'Rourke. Beto is running a campaign about healthcare, about immigration, about really big issues, and he's doing it in a generally positive way. Ted Cruz is running the shiftiest, scummiest piece of shit campaign. And I know that I'm biased, obviously, but seriously, go look at Ted Cruz's Twitter and go look at Beto O'Rourke's Twitter. Beto O'Rourke's Twitter is about what's happening to the country and the policies for this country and the big challenges we face. It is a campaign to meet Ted Cruz, head to head about what actually a campaign should be about. Here's what I stand for. What do you stand for? Ted Cruz is going around saying Beto O'Rourke's he's surrounded by celebrities. He wants to ban barbecue. Colin Kaepernick, Nancy Pelosi. He cannot run an honest campaign against Beto O'Rourke. He cannot even run an honest mailer to raise money against Beto O'Rourke because Beto O'Rourke is actually appealing to people. Ted Cruz can't appeal to people.
We should have saw the mailer coming. I mean, didn't he used to taunt the police with mail when he was killing victims in San Francisco in the 70s?
That is his M.O.
Oh, God.
Anonymous
He's keeping
mailers.
the post office alive.
Yeah, he is.
Love it or hate it, it's Lovett.